Hey folks, how's everybody doing on a Monday evening? Happy Monday. Tomorrow also starts the new lunar calendar. It's basically Chinese New Year. This year it's Year of the Horse, I believe. So anyway, yesterday we had Mexicans, right? We had what we had yesterday? We had fajitas. So it was Mexican night. And today, in honor of Chinese New Year, we're having a little American Chinese dish, which is I'm going to be making some garlic chicken and some LoMain. Okay, now the LoMain, I went to the supermarket. I couldn't find LoMain because the supermarket around my block, it's a bootleg supermarket, and even though more than 50% of this neighborhood is Asian, they still don't know what to buy. They still don't know. They have a couple products, Asian products, but they don't, but there's a supermarket opening right across the street, which I hope will tear down this one. Honestly, because I've had it with the supermarket. I've been living here for like, about 15 years, and this supermarket has me sick and tired. So hopefully this new Met Food, Met Fresh supermarket will be better and cater to the neighborhood, because you have to cater to the neighborhood. You have to sell products that people have. Just like I can't find any diet drinks in this supermarket I go to, and there's a lot of senior citizens and people live around here that are diabetic and watching their sugar intake, and still no diet stuff. So anyway, I'm getting upset. Anyway, folks, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be cooking up I'm going to fry it. I seasoned up my chicken with just some salt, pepper, garlic powder, and some cornstarch. Okay, I've seasoned that for about 15-20 minutes. I am going to I'm using my wok today, and I am going to brown my pieces of chicken, and then I'm going to remove them, and create a sauce with the garlic, and then return the chicken in there. And then I'm going to be using a thin spaghetti instead of LoMain, which works out the same thing because I looked it up. So that's basically what we're doing here today. So LoMain, garlic chicken. So I'm going to fry up my garlic chicken in some sesame oil, which is a traditional, it's used a lot in Chinese cuisine. Here, let's see if I can open this up. Okay. These things are always tricky, and I don't have strength in my hand. I had surgery in my hand, and I can't do things with my hand like I used to. Okay, so I like using a wok, traditional. You can do this, I guess, in a frying pan, but if you really want to do this traditionally, you'll do it this way. Okay, so and the wok gets real hot right away, so you got to know how to cook on a wok. It extends the heat out. You have the sides. It's a whole big science. So anyway, let's start warming up the wok. The wok gets, whatever material this thing is made of, aluminum, it gets hot quickly, and it smokes a lot. So that's why you go to these Chinese restaurants. There's smoke all over the place. So I'm gonna warm that up, and then I'm gonna throw my chicken. It looks like this. I'm gonna brown my chicken. And then, let's see, make sure this is not coming off. I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, so that's basically what we're doing here. And let's turn the camera down to my wok. Oh, there goes my wok. Okay, so I'm going to put the chicken in there, fry it up, take it, put it to the side, and then start boiling my water. Actually, I should start now. There we go. To cook up my LoMain, my noodles. Now, these are, I'm going to cook this thin spaghetti in here. And I'm going to rinse it out. Now, usually you don't rinse out pasta. Oh no, don't do that. Don't rinse out pasta. But in this case, we're not cooking Italian. We're cooking Asian, Chinese, right? So we are going to run cold water through it. And the reason for that is to cut down on the starch. So when you cook it together in the wok, you won't have this, it won't get stick together. So that's the only reason we're using this. But again, tonight we're cooking Chinese, we're not cooking Italian. If you were cooking Italian, you would never cold water in the pasta. It's a big no-no. So let's start cooking this up, because I already smell the sesame oil, and I like that smell. It's got like a nutty flavor. And I'm gonna cook up the chicken as soon as this gets hot. And you can tell because it starts to smoke up, and that's when it's cooked. So, yeah. So give it a few minutes and it gets hot right away. This thing gets hot right away. So, okay. So we got soy sauce. We got some egg rolls that I bought in the store, and it should be good. Okay. So let's. I got some broccoli here. Okay. Put some salt in there in the water. And then we're gonna start cooking. Okay, so this is starting to sizzle already. Okay. And as soon as it starts to sizzle, then it looks like it's almost done. Okay, so the wok is smoking already. So, you can tell. Okay, I can see the wok. Let me go close my curtain over here. Shut the fuck up. Okay, so let's put this down and let's lower my wok down. Okay. And let's throw the chicken in here. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna brown the chicken, and then we're gonna take it out and put it to the side, okay? Okay, so just keep an eye on the chicken, cook it, brown it a bit. And remember, you're gonna cook it again because you're gonna take this out, and then you're gonna prepare it again, and you're gonna cook it again. So don't overcook it. Just brown it a bit, and then take it out. And like I said, the second time around, you're gonna cook it up. Okay. So this is gonna be you're gonna fry this up in the sesame oil. You're gonna take it out, and then you're gonna create the garlic flavoring sauce. And then return this chicken back in there and cook it up, okay? And then you're gonna cook the LoMain or the pot, the thin spaghetti that I'm gonna be using today. I'm gonna refer it as LoMain, but we know what it is. So I'm going to drain it, run it through cold water, and then put it in here with the chicken. And then we're gonna throw some broccoli in it, and there goes and there we go. So this is thin pieces of chicken, so it should cook up good. But just make sure that you don't cook it through it, thoroughly. Okay. Get this thing in. What's this thing here? There you go. Cut this in there. There's a big chunk there. I cut it. Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go. Okay, folks. So my chicken is done. The first cooking is done. I put it to the side. I'm gonna let the wok cool down a bit. Because I still have the water that's still attempting to boil. In a few minutes, I'm going to start cooking, sauteing, and it's enough oil here to start cooking up my my garlic. So I'm going to create my garlic. I'm going to cook up my chicken in that garlic, and that's it. Okay, so yeah. Okay, folks. So we put the pasta in here. The LoMain, let's keep calling it LoMain. And there goes my, I deglazed a little bit. This has a lot of flavors in the bottom here. Okay. I am going to cook I got about six garlic here. There you go. Cook up that garlic. They're nice and throw in some. This is soy sauce, some red pepper flakes, and some brown sugar. Okay, and we're gonna cook that garlic in there. Ooh, brown that garlic. Just smell it. Oh my God. Okay, let that garlic become fragrant. I'm gonna cook the LoMain. I'm gonna cook. It's gonna be cooked about 8 minutes al dente. Okay. There's about 5 families, Asian families on my floor. So they'll probably come knocking on my door. Okay, so the sauce is sort of thickening up because of the cornstarch that was in there. Now we're gonna throw in our chicken. We're gonna cook our chicken. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, look at that. So you can see the sauce has thickened up already. Okay, so my chicken is nice, like that sauce, garlic sauce, everything's done. We're gonna wait for the pasta. The LoMain's got about 5 more minutes, and then we're gonna cook the LoMain, okay? So remember, never rinse your pasta. But in this case, we're not cooking Italian, we're cooking Asian. So these noodles, pasta, or whatever you want to call it, will have to be rinsed out in cold water, okay? It's to cut down on the starch, so it won't become so sticky, whereas you'll get a lump. So after this, I'm gonna drain it's about 3 minutes out. I'm gonna put it through a strainer, run cold water through it, wash the starch out, and then return it into the wok. Cook it up with the sauce that I created with some oyster sauce, soy sauce, pepper flakes, some honey, and some brown sugar. And I'm gonna make the LoMain. When I'm gonna mix up the LoMain, I'm gonna throw in my chicken into it, and then some broccoli, and that's it. And then we got the egg rolls are in my air fryer, and everything's gonna be done in a few minutes. So stay tuned. Okay, folks. So I washed my. Okay. So now we're gonna cook up. Okay. Okay, we're gonna put some of the sauce in here, and that's gonna be for. There we go. Okay. Cook this up. Let's raise up the flame a bit. We're gonna cook this up. Okay. Okay, so there goes my. Okay, there goes my broccoli. And that's it, folks. Look at this is done. We got the chicken, we got all the flavors of garlic in there. Yep, okay. Now, if you use dark soy sauce, it's going to get a little bit more darker. I don't have dark soy sauce, so I just use the light soy sauce, which is the same, more or less the same thing. It's just that, it'll come out a little bit lighter. But if you use dark soy sauce, and of course I can't find in that supermarket, that bootleg supermarket, I can't find it. So this is ready to go to the table. So folks, give me a couple minutes to serve this, and I'll be right back. So folks, everything's done. Let's go to the table. Okay, folks. So what we did here today, very simple: garlic, LoMain chicken, chicken LoMain, basically what it is. I cooked up chicken garlic. I cooked it up first, and I put it to the side. I cooked up my LoMain. I didn't have any LoMain noodles because like I said, the supermarket. Hopefully, this new supermarket will bring Asian products because we are over 50% of this neighborhood is Asian. So we live near Chinatown. So, and the supermarket that I have only have a few limited products. So you got to serve the people. You got to give people what they want, the products. They sell stuff there that I don't even know. These people, I don't know. Let me not get into it. But this new supermarket, Met Fresh, is opening up Saturday. Hopefully, I'll be one of the first ones there to check out. Because, I like the stuff like this. I got to see what's there, what I can buy, what we can cook, And the stuff, yesterday, matter of fact, I'll tell you a joke. Yesterday I bought strawberries, 2 for $5. I said, oh wow, that's a bargain. When I opened up today the containers, half of those strawberries were ruined already. They were soft, they were breaking apart, they were leaking. So, waste of money. And you can't waste money nowadays on food. It's expensive. So, let's turn around and here we go. It's very simple. Look at that. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. And down there, I don't like broccoli, so and I don't eat much. My stomach. And then we have some soy sauce there, and so that's what it looks like. And yeah, look at that. Look how good that looks. So yeah, folks. So if you have a supermarket, you gotta know what to sell. You can't sell products, low quality products, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna lose business in the long run. People will shop there a couple of times and then they'll stop. The only reason I shop there, well, we do grocery shopping somewhere else, but every day, we're missing one thing, and it's every day. I spent last week. I spent in $50, a little bit over $50 every day for 3 days. So that's over $150, and it gets expensive, And I just bought a little bottle of sesame oil, $7.50. So, it's kind of tough. It's tough to have all over the place. But I don't mind going to a supermarket and spending a little bit more for quality. The meat's fresh, nice, and colorful. Not this. I bought meats there twice that were bad. Were actually bad. I had to take it back. Ground beef, and it was steaming. I put it back into the container that was in the garbage can, and brought it back in a shopping bag, and it was still smoking the meat. And the guy looked at me, the manager goes, "What?" I said, "Smell this. You want to eat it?" I was making some tacos, and so after a while you get disgusted, and and I've been going to this supermarket for about 15 years or so. But if this new supermarket works out, I'm moving to a new supermarket. So let's try this. Let's try the. So this is like I said, this is not. You can use substitute thin spaghetti for LoMain. And if you can't find the LoMain, they actually had it at one time, and that was it. So let me try this out. Very good. I put some ginger in there as well to give the flavor, and of course, let me get some soy sauce, right? So folks, there you got it. Garlic chicken LoMain. And garlic is a very big staple in Asian food, as well as in Italian food as well. Garlic is sacred. And but definitely tastes good. There's nothing like homemade. You go to this restaurant, you really don't know what the hell they're giving you. Let me try the egg roll. The egg roll I bought at the Chinese joint. There you go. Folks, there you got it. Very easy. Follow the instructions. This cooks up real quick. You cook one portion of the dinner, and then you boil the LoMain. Just throw it in, put everything together, and all this was done in the wok. Everything mixed up together, everything that, and it tastes good. It tastes better than spending about nowadays. This thing in the Chinese place will cost you almost $20. I mean, it's kind of expensive. But, Chinese food was like the cheapest. You used to go buy half a chicken, French fries. Less than $5. It was like $4.50, $4. You won't even get French fries out for $4. So, yep. Hopefully things will get better someday, and I live to see it. Love you guys. Remember, tomorrow is Chinese New Year's, the Year of the Horse. So, like I said, I'm surrounded by a lot of Asian, so they'll probably be partying tomorrow. I still don't get this whole New Year's thing yet, because it seems like they celebrate for weeks and weeks at a time. I don't know. I mean, we celebrate at midnight. It's the next year, but I don't know. But I'll look it up. Or you look it up. But it takes forever, and have a parade down in Chinatown and the whole thing. I don't know. I'm not. Love you guys. Have a great night.